Joining us now from California is Republican Congressman Tom McClintock. Congressman, thanks for being here. The president-elect and the Senate Republicans have an ambitious agenda for next year. But the House Republican majority is actually going to shrink a little bit with the exit of Matt Gaetz and Elise Stefanik and Mike Waltz, Stefanik and Waltz leaving for the administration. Republicans will have 217 votes to Democrats' 215. That is a zero-vote margin until special elections can be held. After what we saw in these spending fights, is it reasonable to wonder if Republicans are going to be able to deliver next year?
Well, of course, it's reasonable to wonder that. But there is one thing that unites every House and Senate Republican, and that's we all want Donald Trump to succeed. So I think in the future, and this is what I've advised the Speaker, have him come in here, tell us exactly what he needs to get his administration going and on track, and then vote on it and call it a day. I think that would unite the conference. It would get Mike out of the crosshairs. And would ultimately result in success. But it's going to have to be done that way. There's going to have to be presidential leadership, and there's going to have to be a deference to that leadership on any reasonable request.
Okay, Congress suspended the debt limit in 2023, but it will come down hard again on the 1st of January. We don't know exactly when Uncle Sam hits his credit limit, but maybe as soon as late next month. The president-elect wanted another suspension included in the package that the House passed. That didn't happen. There is some criticism from some in your party that suspending the borrowing limit without spending cuts to match is fiscally irresponsible. And you voted yes on the package Thursday that would have deferred the debt cap for 2 years. You have a long track record of voting against debt limit increases. Why is this time different? What makes this time different?
Donald Trump and DOGE. I think that DOGE under Elon Musk offers enormous credibility in the administration's commitment to reduce spending. And the time that the debt limit extension would have provided would have given them the opportunity to make those cuts and to have Congress stand by them. And I think Congress will. You know, in the past, spending's always more pleasant than cutting. So we always do a lot more spending than we do cutting, and that's ended up with the situation we're in now. DOGE suddenly makes cutting cool, and I think we're going to see a very different dynamic next year if Elon Musk is able to succeed in maintaining his credibility on this issue.
Okay, what about the independence of the House, though? I understand your point about Trump unites Republicans and presidential leadership, but there is also supposed to be the separation of powers, and the Congress is supposed to be, it's Article 1. It's the first among equals. It's the Article 1 of Article 1. Are you concerned about the independence of the House?
Well, I mean, the House is not going to abandon its independence, but I think that it will defer to the president's requests on any reasonable matter that he brings before us. We want him to succeed, and we are all on the same page in that respect.
Okay, it appears that Speaker Mike Johnson may not now have the votes to keep the gavel in January. Does he have your support, and what do you think plays out? How is this going to go?
Well, the problem with replacing Mike Johnson is that you've got to find somebody in his right mind who wants to take that job, and anybody who wants it obviously isn't in his right mind. You know, the danger is this: without restoring party discipline on procedural votes, we're not a majority. You know, substantive votes belong to the individual member, and Lord knows I've been an outlier from time to time myself. But the procedural vote that elects the speaker, that's a collective decision that belongs to the majority. And that's what's broken down. And the irony is it was self-described conservatives who broke it. As I've been trying to warn, the Democrats get 215 votes on the House floor. They get 0 in the Republican conference. So where do you want these decisions being made? Because if they're going to be made on the House floor, those 215 Democrats are much more likely to side with the 3 most liberal members of our conference, not the 3 most conservative.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.